my boys make major moves. Still the same ones that I came with. Up in the payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my floor is unshakable. Run it up.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 18 carries, 78 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Graves. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
There's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. And they rattle off a big one. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Explorers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13, Lance.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Explorers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Looking to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Ready. 53.
From the 41, Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing now is Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. He'll get it inside the 20, and they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. On 2nd and goal, Lance flushed out right. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Lance now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think? And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Explorers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man complete. The 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game. So message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
2nd and 6. Escapes, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a play fake here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the... So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Walker now on 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Explorers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it, and that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's going to float this over the middle deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Toss left side for Walker. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's got room. Touchdown! Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Explorers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On second down, McCaffrey, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Lance. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They go play action here on first down. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Touchdown! Chris Olave with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Explorers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Niners set to take over on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now Lance. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Lance. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Lance.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here's Walker to start the drive. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
95, shot, 17, blue strike. Set cut.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Here we go. Black 40. 62 blasters. Cut.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Set, ready. 52 blue.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on fourth down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Lance now on first down.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 11 now.
Lance
looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hudson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Lance now on first down. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. That's prepared for him to try and take off.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete